it's let me have a look. I haven't actually seen this yet, but so for some reason on Riverside, I can only go and I can only share like the tabs in what do you call it? What's this? Chrome.
Chrome, yeah.
So that's weird, but no, he's looking good.
How tall is he?
6 foot.
Is he? Aye, he looks really tall.
Yeah, I think that's when you see him in like photos and that by himself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get the kind of the magnitude of how big he actually is.
Yeah,
so,
quite believe that.
Aye, but no, it's good to see him down there. It was like you can see. Well, maybe you can't because I look at him every day, but he's quite flat here,
right?
Which was quite scary. So yeah, it's just the case. I think we're just going to dig for another 4 days,
right,
and then see where things land, and then just feed him up into the show. Just do some minor tweaking. So
when's it due to compete?
The last weekend of August, so this month.
It's like a
regional.
Yeah.
Aye, and then 3 weeks. 3 weeks yesterday, and then the PCA Manchester, and then Sweden, and then maybe the Two Bros British and the PCA.
Yeah.
British
are you going out to Sweden?
Yeah.
Have you been before?
Not to that show. I'm looking forward to it though, because obviously everyone raves about it. So
aye, my biggest regret is not doing that. Everybody said do Sweden, but the feedback is always so good. I think it's a big gasp event, isn't it?
Is it the gasp? Aye. Well,
yeah.
There's a specific gasp one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hold on.
I'm trying to think of anybody else on prep right now. Is there anybody else up here on prep right now?
Not that. Up here, no.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's so few people that compete. It's just like no.
I know. It takes 2 seconds to process.
Aye.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Gas Classic. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, that'll be really good.
So obviously got like I think they're all sponsored by Gas, but it's like that's like the official Gas one. Yeah. So I'm excited for it.
I think they had a pretty cool guest posing event last year. Pretty sure is that when James was walking through the crowd in that?
Hollingshead.
Aye. Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm. Did they not have had a few American boys as well, didn't they?
Aye, yeah.
That's good laugh, so.
That'll be class.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, so. Yes, we'll talk about the Texas Pro today, and then we'll find out what Greg... Oh, there we go. All right.
All right.
Fucking fell asleep.
We've already started recording, mate, so make sure you keep the racism and the homophobia going, mate.
Cool.
Try your hardest.
Well, what we're speaking about?
We're just talking about the gas show in Sweden. We're going to just kind of discuss what's been happening with you and all that.
All right, cool.
See, you're a wee bit fuzzy. Jack, is he fuzzy to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all fuzzy, mate.
It might pick up, but should be all right. Can you hear us all right, yeah?
Yeah, it's coming out of mine.
All right. Right, I'll do the official start. 2 seconds.
Maybe a background. Because usually sometimes have like a background thing. I don't know if it's coming up like that.
It popped up there and said like the quality will be better once the recording's finished, but
right, okay.
Yeah,
it could just be. Oh, there we go. That's that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all sexy again. Right, so episode 54. Right. So we're already what's this? How many minutes in? 4 minutes in. So 4 minutes in, but welcome to the Scottish Silverback Podcast, episode 54. And got a lot to talk about because obviously I've been letting the side down numerous weeks in a row with getting these done. And I think we're going to try and just find a more suitable day for all of us to try and get this in. So we all enjoy doing it. So we're going to start. Greg?
What's that me like?
You put up your what to call it, your retirement video on Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, I spoke to a few people. I probably said enough in the video, but I don't know. I think it's just something that never kind of came. I don't know. It's fucking hard to explain. It's probably something that's like been on my mind for a while, but I've just never kind of wanted to do it, I guess. It's hard when you've got a goal and it's been at like the main focus of your life for so many years, and a
Mm-hmm.
goal you wanted to achieve. And you know yourself, when you've got a goal, like especially in bodybuilding, it's like something you just can't let go until you like tick that box. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess when like you step outside that box and you look at the bigger picture of what it is, it's like you break it down. It's like, do I need that? And
Mm-hmm.
it's so hard to kind of step away from, as I said, that goal you've had for so long. And when I step back and look at the box, like, it doesn't define me. It doesn't make who I am, and like how much time and effort I'm putting into all this. And it's like when I looked at like what the feelings I have going on stage, which only kind of came about in 2023 when obviously I'd done the first pro qualifier show, and I was like, I realized like how it wasn't how bad my posing was, but I was like how impactful it was to my overall presentation, my overall look. And I could never ever probably be from that point 100% on stage.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as I was way put absolutely everything into it, all my time and effort, absolutely every moment of my day of trying to be 100%, I was never going to be 100%. And in
Mm-hmm.
my mind, I was like, I can be 100%. I'm that stubborn a person. I was like, I can go see specialists. I can do hours of rehab a day. I can do this. I can do that. I will be so close, and that so close is going to get me that pro card. Because, I mean, before that, I was used to becoming like firsts or whatever. I was always used to like, becoming the top of the show, and I never had anxiety about going on stage. And when I kept getting thirds, and I was getting nowhere near the place that I wanted, I was like, this is going as how it's going to have to be. And that's when this year I was like, I'm going to give it absolutely everything. I'm going to go see specialists. I'm going to give 2 to 3 massages a week. I'm going to do hours of rehab in the morning. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to work on my posing. I'm going to find ways to work around my posing so it works for me. I'm going to try work on my transitions. And then it just, I could, every time we go on stage, I was like, I'm just never going to be 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And it was such a hard fucking pill to swallow because it felt like I was giving up. But then I kind of thought like, I just can't be that good on stage anymore because of the posing is going to let me down. The transitions are going to let me down.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, when I went here, I was like, I'm just going to be absolutely peeled out my mind. My standing there physique is going to be wow. Like that guy could win. You know when like someone walks out on stage and you're like, fuck, they look that good. I was like, if I'm that good, my 85% posing, my 80% of posing, that as good as it's ever going to be, I'm still going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But the thought of going on stage and the anxiety of that was just kind of took a bit over. And then I just put myself in too much of a ground trying to get that condition, and my prep was just getting so long and my body was just starting to turn back around a little bit and it just wasn't looking how I wanted to look. And I was like, this is just a sign.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I call it a day. So it's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's a hard pill. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones where all of us have. Well, I know myself. I know you, Jack, as well. Greg, we've been training in the same gym for about fucking 900 a year. You've devoted the entire like adult life to it, and you know no different. You have just been so focused on a particular look or a particular show, a particular card, whatever it may be, and it takes a lot to. It's not defeat, but it's like it takes a lot to just say, nah, this isn't happening. And obviously, because I don't think it can really in other sports. Obviously, it can be quite quite shit when you have to admit, look, I'm not as good as I'm going to be in this particular sport or ever be. But because bodybuilding's so encompassing of every single aspect of your life, I think that's why I think it's such a huge thing to kind of take a step back and just be like, right, is this actually gonna be is my time ever gonna come type thing.
The hardest thing was obviously because it was like I've been there, like I've been a point away from winning it. I've been so close to touching it, and it's like fuck, I'm so close. And I was like, I just wanted that, but then it was like I said to you, I was like, even if I got it this year, even if like the stars aligned, my pose was the best it's been, my condition, my look was 100%. That step to go to that pro stage would have been fucking way above. And it's like, how much more could I give this How much more can I work on the transitions of my posing to make it look fluid as it could be, to hang with a couple pro guys? How much more can I push my physique and keep battering that injury, keep battering my shoulder, keep battering this? And it's like, I would never be happy on a pro stage, ever.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be, because I could never go above and beyond where I am now, because I'm giving this everything. I'm devoting everything to achieving this fucking pro card, and everything that's like got wrong on my shoulders and that is just, it's setting me back to being right where I am now. And it's like, again, if I'd have to give so much more than everybody else, just to almost be slightly comparable. And it's like, it's probably not worth it putting my body through that. Especially when I've got like maybe 3-4 years max left of competing, maybe putting my body to hell. And it's like, I just like, do I love this stage that much? Once upon a time I did. When I played the Arnold, I won the Arnold, and like the buzz that gave me, yeah, fucking right I did. But now, with how much I've got to do, and knowing I'll never be that 100% on stage again, it probably just doesn't. I say this to many people, it's like the buzz last year of just like going traveling about being a coach, and this year as well, I never actually fully appreciated how much I love watching clients go on stage, like getting the results they do. To me now, I honestly can say I get a bigger buzz watching clients on stage than I do myself. So that was when I was like, I'm actually going to be okay making this decision, because I can put more time and effort into that and watch them achieve things that I want to achieve.
Yeah, that's the good thing about the bodybuilding industry, is that there's so many avenues you can just divert your energy into. So it's again, it's painful, but you are able to apply yourself in different areas, and like now that you don't have to just say you're going to a show down south. You don't have to be like, fuck it, right, I need an Airbnb, I need to find a supermarket, I need to prep all my meals before I can even look at my client.
Yeah, that's
so
it's like you know yourself. It's so much better being at shows in off season than it is in prep. And I felt like I was just always in prep. I mean, I've been in somewhat of a prep since like probably the beginning of February till now. That's a long fucking time to be in a prep, and it's like my body was just really turning it down. It was like, I've done all the shows this year, the clients, I've prepped them, I got them there, and it's like, I could have probably been at a few of them abroad if I wasn't so close to a show and prep and just on my ass a little bit. And I was like, I regret that in a way, but it's like, I've learned from it, and now I really can all the do. So it is good, but you can definitely, every coach will say it's so much better being at client shows when you're in the off season, 100%. But well, it's like nothing in my life is going to change. Like some people think like I'm giving up bodybuilding. Like no. Like nothing is going to change my life. Like this week, I've been just as strict in a prep setting than any other time. I've got up, done my cardio, I've done my stretching, my meals. I've been 100% on. I've took a deload from training this week. I'll go back in on Monday. That's like, I'm still got goals in the gym I want to do. Like that's what I love. And I still want to be as regimented as possible, and because I love my routine, I love the whole bodybuilding aspect. Like that's not getting taken away from me. I won't be going on stage. So nothing's going to change in that regard.
I don't think anyone will realise it's like a really big thing to face and then act on at the best things, but to do it so close to when you were due to compete as well, it adds like a different dimension to it. So I don't think people would appreciate how difficult that would be, like to make such a big decision as well. But I think I've had a slightly different insight into it. So like with injury, like the fact that you've been able to do it on your own terms is a big thing as well. You know what I mean? But I think competing, and I definitely see competing now, it's a component of bodybuilding. It's not bodybuilding in its entirety. You can still live as a bodybuilder. Everything else. But I 100% know what you mean, but it took a lot to have that perspective. But
you're probably a person, you can contribute this as well. Like I think if you didn't have bodybuilding, I think probably from when you done what you done to your leg till now, if you didn't have bodybuilding aspect, like you would struggle because you wouldn't have that coordinated routine, that discipline to do stuff every day, that determination to get back in the gym. Like bodybuilding, it sounds corny and cheesy because everyone says it, but it does teach you so much outside of the gym. If I didn't have the bodybuilding, I don't think I'd have the discipline I do.
No, it's like it's. I actually remember having a conversation with Graham about this and how transferable like behavioural traits are from bodybuilding. So I remember when he stopped, he got into photography and he very quickly became this like amazing photographer. It's almost like he learned overnight. It's just because you take that like adaptability that you have as a bodybuilder and you carry it into something else.
Yeah.
100%.
So
Yeah.
no.
So a lot of these like IFBB pros who are like on like quite high up in that, well, quite high up, but a lot of them, like when they leave bodybuilding, they go on to, you never really hear about like, see like footballers, see once their career's over, you hear about them crashing and burning and they're in the papers for all the wrong reasons and all that sort of stuff. You never really hear like a bodybuilder after he retires, like not doing well. You know what I mean? So
I think
again,
I was going to say with bodybuilders.
Career after bodybuilding, like they're pretty set for life for money. We're kind of fucked.
Well, yeah.
no, you know what I mean?
See, bodybuilding, what people underestimate is how what it takes financially to do it, and how to go far you have to be good, and you have to be able to build something to fund that. You know, there's quite a lot of bodybuilders who like amazing businessmen, and entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
But people just look at you as a fucking big dumb fuck.
That's
It's semi-true, isn't it?
I think that's something to like go over as well. Like, I don't people realize like how much bodybuilding costs us,
Yeah.
and it's like it's not a fucking cheap sport by any regard, especially at the level we do it at. Like going to international shows is not fucking cheap. Like entering the show is probably 5 times more than the shows you do around here. Enter. Never mind your time.
Yeah.
Never mind like the flights, the accommodation for many days at a time, car rental, whatever else you've got to fucking pay for. It is not cheap. I mean, just to probably do that show alone, I would have been on the ballpark of almost like $2,000.
Yeah.
Then go and do another one. People who do them like 6 times a year, fucking spend a fortune. It's like that financial stress alone, when you don't get any financial backing from bodybuilding, like you have to love the fucking stage. You have to love fucking competing to spend that money.
100%.
So it's kind of say when I can now say I want to step back because that part of me doesn't love what I once did because I don't have what I once have in terms of posing and the ability to pose. Like, yeah, I've got, I can confidently say I've probably got a pro physique and I've built a pro physique and I'm happy with that, but I just can't ever display it 100%. And that is like where I can step back and go, it's just not worth me trying like spending that much money.
I've got 2 questions for you, right? The first one is, are you going to downsize?
Not for a while.
Not for a while.
No.
How come?
Probably not for the next like 1 to 2 years.
Right, okay.
I'm not going to do like a crazy stupid off season where I'm pushing drugs, pushing all the crazy food, but I do want to do a certain structured workout kind of program. I want to see what I can do with it. I want to see how strong I can get, and I want to just enjoy that aspect of this because, like I said, that is my enjoyment, and I want to do that one time, two times this year. See how I can do, almost like what kind of JP does. I just want to see how I get on with that. And just still have that routinated routine. And if I tick that box and I do well and I've ticked off some like lift goals, or if I can build up like a look or a size with a really good condition, really good structure, build up body parts I want to build up, I'll be happy. I can tick that box. I'll be very content with that. But obviously at some point I will need to go back. There's no point in me trying to push that. But like I said, I've had like maybe 3-4 years left in bodybuilding. So why not give it like 1 to 2 more years or something I really like? Because I need that enjoyment. I'm not going to go back, and then as much as I was still going and train, I still want to be really strong. So I still have that little aspect there to have that enjoyment.
And the second question is, now that you're retired, you're going to come and rave with me?
Come to what?
Rave with me.
Oh, rave.
You've been pieing me off for years.
I just don't drink anymore. That's the problem.
Don't need to drink, mate. Don't need to drink. Don't need to drink.
Take all the drugs. Yeah, I'll do one.
One.
I'll do one. I'll probably be bitten by a bug and become like a full-time raver.
Full-time fucking professional raver.
Aye.
No, that's class. No, I think since you've called it, you seemed just like you seem a bit more content and like relaxed. Well, you would be anyway. You've come off the prep, so which is always good to see. So
almost like a weight did come off my shoulder, but it was almost just like you have the flashbacks of being on stage and like the moments of traveling, and and like at the shows, you do have a lot of fun. But like, I mean, I'm going to have fun at shows with clients if I do travel. Like you're still
big time.
going to travel the gyms, you get to go to different countries, you get to have that whole excitement of prepping something on stage and stuff like that. So it is going to be still the same for me. It just won't be my anxiety going on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I went to Spain with you, Jack, like in Andy, like that. And honestly, I wish I took it in more. I wish I realised then and there, but I wouldn't have been where I am now if I didn't. But I loved being there as a coach more than that time I competed there. And I never did at the time, and I wish I did. Like sitting in the audience, being backstage, I didn't have that anxiety of knowing, oh fuck, I wish I could be up there and I could be rivaling those guys. But then I was honestly then thinking, I was like, oh, I would have fucked on that pose. I really want to work on that pose, and it's like that anxiety of knowing how good that pose could be if I was 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
But I
That makes sense.
End right there and then. But like just sitting there enjoying the show, being able to have food, backstage, you guys getting you guys ready, whatever. That was so much more to me than me being up there. I just never took it in time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's just like the kind of the great thing about hindsight, isn't it? But
yeah,
100%. All good. Jack, do you want to talk about what you've been doing or not?
I can't do. It's probably pretty boring, eh? Nah, I've not been doing very much. I've seen Greg. So Greg's probably seen the big. I think I showed you the big fucking horn on my knee. So I think I talked about this last time. There's a bit of bone. It's a heterotopic ossification. So I think when you have like a traumatic joint injury, the joint reinforces itself with a callus, and sometimes the callus can keep growing, and that's what's happened. So there's above my knee, there's a bit of bone growing out, and it's acting like a hinge point for the tendon. So I can't properly contract my quad. It's almost like a reverse sciatica, but it's like pain. You know, there's pain you can push through, and then there's pain you mechanically can't push through. So I've been just like hammering glutes and hams with regards to lower. So training's been a bit of a funny one, but like upper stuff. Saying this to Greg when I was down, like upper training's flying. Everything's really, really good because it's all I can really.
Your size is back, like you're big.
It's coming out. It's the shape is it has come back quick. Hopefully the leg comes back equally as quick. But
I think you will because you actually do have like big fucking legs, and the fact that tissue is there, and you're still young, it's going to come back so quick once you can go like 100%.
Yeah, it's fingers crossed there. So hopefully it's just a case of like saw this bone off. The like mechanics of the knee returns to normal, and I can actually train legs again. But no, I think that it's given me a chance to just like, accept the position for what it is and just focus on what I can do. So in it before, quads weren't necessarily my weak point. Glutes 100%. So you know I can just spend time just addressing those right now until such a time that I can train legs properly again. So training's been interesting, but no, I didn't finish my sports massage course. So I've just been hounding people to practice on them and stuff. So touch people, asking people to gym if I can shove elbows in their glutes and that. So, but no, so that's been really, really good. It's something I did. So when I hurt my leg, I set a list of things I was going to do, and that was one of them. So it's quite nice to
ask. Actually, it's like when this like I've kind of realized this. It was like I put the analogy in the post. And it was like a door was closing, and I kept my foot in the door. I didn't want it to close.
Yeah,
and I took a look around and looked at other doors opening. Like
that's
like something I was going to say to you. Do you feel like if this didn't happen to you, some of the things between now and then, would you have done them, or would you realize something?
No,
like a new avenue or whatever.
Yeah, honestly, and obviously having the accident itself was it wasn't great, but the like what it's led me to do has been really positive, and it's stuff I wouldn't have done before. Like, I'm in for a new job. Like I've done the sports massage course. Like there's a few other things on the side that have come about that wouldn't have come about if it wasn't for this. Like my own education and understanding of my body is far superior than what it was before as well, which when it comes to bodybuilding is only going to translate into better results. So, you know, down the line, it's not going to happen overnight, but it could actually in bodybuilding translate to better outcomes.
You don't actually realise like everything that happens, like there's so many opportunities, but you just don't look at them in that way.
Yeah, I think
you'll never take a negative as a positive. You'll always look at the negative and how bad it is. But if you actually look around and actually the things you can take away from it, they do become big positives.
Yeah.
That's what I've just like realised now.
See, preps. I think preps will be a breeze because, like, when a prep comes, like last year, for example, everything you said I did was done to the T. There was maybe a bit of procrastination involved certain times, but things got done. Where it's now, like, see the thought of jumping on a fucking spin bike for half an hour in the morning or whatever, like for months not being able to walk, like that's like I take nothing for granted now. It has, like, in the mindset side of things, made a big difference.
Yeah.
But I think, like, mate, I don't know if you guys have had much in-depth thought about what you'll do. You probably have, Greg, recently, but when the time comes to step away from this or take a step back, and I did when this happened to me, and I was telling myself I'm going to start playing golf. Like, all these things like came up, but it's like it was like, holy fuck, there's like so much stuff I can do that I've never thought about before. But it took being rammed into that position to actually consider it and realise. So no, it's been good. But so no, it's been just being back in a nice normal routine with training was good. It was nice to get back through to warehouse with Greg. So it's the first time I've left Inverness to go and train. It's when I hurt my leg, but lost loads of size, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to go anywhere else in case anyone sees me and goes like, what the fucking hell, he's shrunk. You know what I mean? So it's just like breaking down small barriers, eh? But
it's like 6 fucking hoodies. You look massive.
Nice. Fucking Russian dolls, I know. So, but no, it's been good. So hopefully in the next couple of months things will progress and I'll have hopefully some more exciting things to do. I've got in the back of my head I would really, really love to do a Scottish season.
Just the way that's that. So
just like just pieces gone. I just want to go out more just to show me that I've still got it. It's like still there, and then maybe take something from there. But it would be nice to just do that, just to kind of bring myself to feel less foreign. The thought of going out in a bodybuilding stage right now feels really, really distant. This will be nice to just make that more real. So something like PC Scotland's a good show to do that with. Everyone's, all your peers are there. Everyone, friendly local show. So, but we'll see. It just depends on. I'm not going to go out with a fucking one leg half the size of the other. But we'll see how things go over the next couple of months. So
that's class, mate. That's class.
How about yourself?
What?
How about yourself?
So
Raven.
Raven, I wish. Well, it says you're recording stop for some reason, Jack. Hold on.
Is it? Oh.
Heads up, just recording stop. Oh no, so you had an incoming call or something?
Oh, it's an alarm. It's my alarm to eat.
Oh, right, okay. That should be all right. Right, so the plan was to do...
Oh, we fucking don't set alarms to have food.
Even people at the top have to do that, mate. So I was going to do the British, Romania, Prague, or whatever it was this year, but it kind of came about... It was just after Kieran Joseph's stag, and it was coming up to the start of the prep, and I was like, even though Nick said to me, you probably can stand on stage, I was like, right, okay, cool. But then as that start date approached, I was kind of like, nah, I don't think I've made the changes to my physique that I'm kind of happy with. And again, I think I've said to you both, I do not expect to do anything wild in the pro league. I just want to dip my feet, but I want to dip my feet with a physique that I'm happy with and has improved from Spain. So that's basically what the mindset was. And then as the start date approached, I was like, nah, I'm not feeling this. My gut was just telling me, just don't do it. And as we know, when you're doing a prep that you're not 100% about, it becomes 40 times longer. You don't enjoy it, you resent it, except blah 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 blah. So I did not want that to be my pro debut prep of hating the entire time. So went back into off season, and then kind of sitting round now, like a kind of lean for me 285. So I've been up to 303 before, but far leaner composite. I sent Greg a few photos the other day. I think I'm still in a respectable spot. So I'm pushing till mid-October, and then I 100% will do shows next year. So I'm thinking May and June, so that I don't clash with the Scottish season. So I want to do FIBO. I thought FIBO would be a good laugh. But that's slap bang in the middle of the Scottish season. I don't want to miss like either the PCA Granite or whatever other shows there is. So I'll push into October. If I need to do a wee pre-tidy up, I'll do one, but I don't think I need to at this time.
No.
And then and then start prepping in January. Just nice and slow, as I've always done. And
is because it's now pro level.
Sorry?
You know, you said there, like, I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. Do you think that's going to be a constant thing because of the step up your way take?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Like, really didn't feel it was there, but you're just like, fuck, this is a big, big fucking deal.
Aye.
But then I don't think that anxiety of that is going to go away totally. Even if you make a monumental off season, you're still going to be almost comparable to like the big guys.
Yeah, totally. But I think in my mind, I don't think I'm very. What's the word? I don't know. I kind of just focus on myself. I'm not too bothered about outside influences and that.
You've been realistic with what your capabilities are.
Yeah. So as long as I've improved, I'm happy. But I just didn't see the improvements in myself that I want to see, and it didn't help. Like the show before I made the call was a Pittsburgh Pro. I was watching that, watching obviously Joe Ballinger, who's wants to look like outsized. I was like, fucking hell. So that was a bit of I know I wouldn't jump into the Pittsburgh Pro, but it's one of the top tier shows. But it still was a moment where nah, I don't think I've made the gains I want to make. So
what is it specifically you feel you need to improve on?
Well, my default answer is usually chest and shoulders, but I think I brought them up quite well.
I was going to say,
I've managed to find a wee formula for them to kind of bring them up and try not to deviate from movements that I know work. So kind of stuck with that, and my chest and shoulders have definitely come up. Hit my shoulders like 2-3 times a week. Not like super heavy. There's like one heavy press, but that's it. The rest is all just kind of lighter, kind of high volume stuff. So to be honest, I think I just need overall mass for my height. I think that's at the end of the day. So my waist is still tight. I'm still quite happy that I've kept that kind of small-ish. So yeah, if I can maintain, if I can be just say 260 next time on stage, I'll be very happy with that. So a £5 gain for my pro card. So, and then if you do like £2-3 a year from that point, I think that's relatively realistic, and just see where my body lands.
I think it'll be more.
Yeah, probably. I think as I get kind of tighter with the.
I reckon a 265 is not a stretch.
I know. I don't want to set like the weight like too high. You know what I mean?
No,
so,
but I definitely what I've seen in the difference in the look and just the quality you've kept. I think 265 is going to be probably there, like for sure.
Yeah, I mean that'd be class. If that was a £10 gain, I'd be delighted with that, obviously. But yeah, I want to. I've got this like itch about me that I didn't have back at the start of the year, so I'm quite excited now. I feel like I can feel it kind of coming now. So the first Monday in January will be when I officially start the prep, and then I'll just wait for the calendar to come out, and then I'll solidify shows. But if it's anything like this year, it'll be like I want to do the Cali because I want to stand in front of American judges. Obviously, that's a pain in the tits getting over there, but the Empro just because I love the Alicante venue, and then Italy or Dubai, just one of the two. I think Dubai would be a bit of a pain in the arse, like heat wise at that time of the year. Like being like fucking 45 degrees at the end of June, so July. So.
Like it's not you're gonna be outside a lot if you do everything.
I know. But so that's the thought process.
Big fucking show, like a big show now. It's getting more popular every year, so a lot of big names will start doing it just because of prize money though.
Aye, and it's like obviously you got all like the Arab coaches, the Arab industry there, which is huge. So that would be a good we think. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But no, it's every time I check in with Nick, it's just like that kind of just marginal difference to look at that I'm happy with. There was actually, it's quite funny. It was like 2 weeks ago, so I bought like those like big stupid black background things. So finally invested in one of them, and then so I was like, cool. So I had to set up my camera differently. Blah 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 blah. Put my camera in place, took my photos, looked at them. I was just like, nah, I'm quitting bodybuilding. Fuck this. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not wasting any more time. I was like, right. So I was like sharp. Do them again. Put the camera a wee bit higher. All right, okay, cool. I look all right. And that was that. So.
I hated like changing. If someone said to me, "I'll go do it in a doorway," nah, I'll do it. I'll do what I always do, and I'm not. That photo and go that fucking pose like shit. Now fuck this. No way.
No, it's like
on your spot.
see when I do like post-workout photos, so it would annoy me. I wouldn't say anything obviously because the last time I was on prep, Chris was on prep as well. So like 1 week Chris would be like this, and then he take them like this, and then he takes them like this, he take them like that, and mate fucking pick an angle.
It's set a tripod.
So
That shit.
I know it's just that. But
The only good photos are like, if you set your phone up all the same way every time. The only good photos you might get once in a while is like somebody else from an angle, and like
Mhm.
from a side angle, like fuck, I look thick as fuck. Fucking
oh yeah, the ones that Eloise took in EP.
yeah, I remember them. Yeah. It's just like a different angle from a different way. Like you're like because you're like more of a side, you're not dead on. You're like, oh, I can fucking see like front to back thickness. I look fucking mental.
For the YouTube audience haven't seen it.
Like when I was posing in the gym in Sweden, and Phil took like a shot from the side of like my most muscular.
Aye,
It wasn't my hamstring. I was like, fuck, they look thick as
I
fuck.
remember that one. Aye,
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
like
I see that.
that's not me.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Just like a side angle like that, it shows like the thickness which you don't get from a front on shot.
Aye, 100%.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm not very bubbly through the delt, so
You're a very dense physique, but you don't see that from a front on shot because you're not bubbly or poppy in that way.
Aye. So no, looking forward to it. It's just seeing off the rest of the year, we more size and go from there. So, aye. So I want to talk about a quick topic that came up this week. Did you see the boy that was banned at the PC Natural show?
Natural.
Yeah.
Aye.
It's Austrian.
Yeah.
Boy,
These yeah. Claim Natural.
Yeah.
This one.
And he wasn't.
So, where are we?
Jace's client, right?
No, it was. Well, I don't know if it was Jason's client, but at one point he was AJ Morris's client.
Oh,
There was a boy who was speaking about it.
Oh no, I know who you're talking about. It's not him. No,
What podcast was that on?
I can't mind. But no, this guy was done for.
The Big Dog Cast this morning. I was watching it.
Mm-hmm. I know you're talking about Jason's client, but this is a different boy.
Oh.
So he was done for like Austrian. He did actually pipe up in the comments. I thought some of the comments were hilarious though.
did he not do
Here we go.
a Natty show a couple of weeks before it as well?
Yeah, WNBF or something the week before.
And then someone, aye.
So basically he's just saying, I'm as shocked as everyone else. I did everything by the book, blah, 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 blah. I'm disappointed it's been posted. I'm appealing the claim. And then some of the comments just like, get it out of your system, mate. So basically, I just want your opinion on this. I think you'll, right.
Did they not try and say that Austrian, did someone not argue that it's in some pre-workouts? But I can't, for the life of me, work out why you would have Austrian in a pre-workout.
No, exactly. It doesn't have any pre-workout
so
properties.
It's like a kind of a non-argument. I don't even know if you appeal it. How do you appeal that? How do you prove it? I don't know.
I like this one. I don't know what's more embarrassing: trying to compete in a natural show when you're assisted, or being caught taking Austrian. It's like, if you're going to cheat, just take gear. I mean,
Austrian's something really here been used by females. I know guys use it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, I know. It's one of those ones. Like if you're buying Austrian online, you know what it is. You know what I mean? It's not. Yeah. So yeah.
I think what PC are doing though is good.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's I mean their testing is obviously other feds are obviously missing something. Because I think someone replied to it. There was a comment from another fed about their quality drug testing, and he did that show 2 weeks ago and he won.
Because is BMBF not just a polygraph?
I'm not sure. I actually don't know what they do.
Worry about if it's like the top three get a look at if they're drugged, but then if it looks that suspicious, they are drug tested. Apparently,
so maybe at that you can pipe up and let us know. But I mean, I just don't see how. I just don't see how Austrian can possibly be in some.
No, definitely.
In like a natural supplement or a pre-workout, whatever it may be. But it was like, remember that boxer? I can't mind his name. He was done for clomiphene, and he was trying to claim this and that. I was like, mate, we know what you've done. You've taken clomiphene as a PCP. Like, it's obvious what you've done. But yeah, I mean, I think we've said this before on the podcast. Like, the options there. If you want to take all the drugs under the sun and take literally every compound you can possibly think of, you can, and no one bats an eyelid. Like, even with Osterine, why bother? Like, why? So
it's not that. For me, it's just like I just don't understand why somebody would want to win that bad, where like they're lying in that way. It's just like fucking hell. Like we went over it last year with that disability shit. Like you're not fucking disabled to go just win a class. I mean,
yeah.
that's obviously the lowest of the fucking low. But
I know.
It's like to claim natural when you're not. Just so you can like be the top of level of something, but it's like you're not, mate. You're lying to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, surely that win is just so like not like remotely like fulfilling at all.
If you can go home and be happy that you've just done that, fuck me, mate. You have problems.
Is winning a natty regional show worth having your entire reputation dragged through the fucking?
I know.
You're not natural. You know what I mean? Literally took a drug to win a natural show.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Come on.
Like if it was done in the Olympics and shit, it's kind of okay because everyone's on it. It just depends who gets caught or not.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. So just what your opinions on that? Since it's pretty crystal clear, but like the fact he's trying to appeal it is just Like I don't know. I don't know.
Just take the slap. Just take it.
Just be like, yeah, I fucked up. Yeah. Cool. But then what do you think? Do you think he should, because that'll be a lifetime ban from the PCA. Do you think he should be banned from other federations as well?
If he 100% did take drugs and he got caught, and that is the fine, which he knew would be the fine if he got caught, and he took that risk, yeah.
You're not
as in like, yeah, but he's also like WMBF, BMBF. They all go, you're banned from us as well.
Yeah. Why
Yeah,
not?
I get that.
I mean, it's like, as I said, like that is he done it. That is the risk. That is what would happen if you got caught. That's like saying I murdered somebody, I didn't get caught, but I did get caught and I have to go to jail.
Yeah. What's it? 7 years. So is it 7 years natty for these?
I think so. Yeah, that's what it used to. It used to be on BMBF's website. I'll have a look.
That's a bit of a strange one as well.
Imagine Greg competing natty in 7 years' time.
Oh, I know. Well,
yeah. I mean, I just went on the Masters. I could do that.
Yeah.
Become a Masters IFBB Pro.
Yeah.
Used to be here. My share's not. No, screen's not still sharing, is it?
No.
Right. It used to say like actual 7 years.
I think once you've crossed that bridge, there's no going back.
Yeah, why would you want to?
Yeah, like structurally, you're still gonna be of benefit.
What about, right? So I know a few people from a certain Glasgow-based gym who have done clenbuterol, thyroid, ephedrine, but never used anabolics. So they still have to follow that rule.
Yeah, because it's an enhancement, isn't it?
It's any. If it was in another prep, I mean,
so it wasn't even on a prep. It was done. This particular person, it was done as like just like a holiday diet, and then they competed naturally a year later. Not on anything, obviously, but
I don't know. It's a bit different to me. It's not like injectables of enhancement. You're literally just using it to get in shape more, like lose body fat. Obviously, a faster rate.
Yeah, that's a great area, I think.
I'd actually say that be a bit more detrimental to the physique for naturals because you don't have the assistance of the injectable PDs to kind of hold on to that muscle tissue. So going into like severe deficits or pushing that, it would be a bit detrimental to your look, I would have said, but I could be wrong. But I don't know, it's a bit different. If it's been used before you competed, just them in like say a setting like that, and you went to compete and you haven't used it and you haven't injected anything, I'd probably let that slide, in my opinion, but it's me.
If you've not used it, like lipolytic drugs, if you've not used it that prep, but how do you prove? I remember hearing stories years ago. The BMBF boys.
that in your test. It will never come up in a test if it's way before in time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And I said, you
Polygraph.
never get that prep to get in shape.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do remember hearing a lot of the BMBF boys were smashing pro hormones way back. I remember like from a reliable source, a few not Scottish based,
but they like SARMs. SARMs are just this decade's version of pro hormones. So
aye,
they're all.
Peptides as well.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can take all the drugs I want.
I know.
Class. Right, so Texas Pro was yesterday. Aye.
Yeah.
So this was the first call out. So
and Tampa. Was that a week?
and Tampa, yeah, and Tampa as well. We'll just do Texas today because that's the most recent. So first and foremost, Jordan won again. The guy there next to Quinton on the right. What are we thinking of all these? I know it's not that zoomed in, but
yeah,
I thought it was a good lineup. Do you think Jordan looked better this time than he did in Tampa?
It was even sharper. Yeah, his back. It was his back for me that looked a bit more sharper.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was sharp as fuck, everyone was dialed in. Like he nailed it last week. So the fact he made improvements again this week is fucking impressive.
Yeah.
And like I've met Jordan, and he's a fucking very humble, he's just a really good guy. So he fucking deserved that. Like he worked his ass off this year. He's put on some serious tissue.
Yeah,
he was good.
It's a pretty great back double that.
Yeah. Like to have that lower back like that peeled and striated like around the lower lats and everything, like it's fucking impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's dialed in.
It looked like a good show as well, like, in terms of the setup with the like kind of black background and all that.
Yeah. I was actually quite shocked at the second and third this one round because if you actually look at scorecards, it flip flopped a lot.
Did it?
Yeah, because Quinton was second, and then he came third.
Mm-hmm.
He was second at pre-judging, and then Joe overtook him.
Mm-hmm.
So that was Quinton's downfall last week. He actually faded. And he faded again.
Got the scorecards here, 2 seconds.
I think he got 6th and 9. Jordan was a clear-cut winner. 3-3. That guy's muscle mass is ridiculous.
What's that? All right, yeah. But right. I don't know why it just doesn't let me just move from tab to tab. Cool. So, don't know if you can read that, but
yeah, 8 and 6.
So we talk about there's 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, 8, 6.
Yes, he was just ahead.
3. Aye. So Quinton and Joe.
Yeah.
What did you make of John?
Slightly better this week.
He was more grainy, kind of hard, a little bit better peak, but he's just, I don't think he'll ever be at the top of those guys because he just doesn't have that look.
The structure.
Yeah, he's obviously very short, very compact, a lot of fucking tissue, but he just doesn't have the same like wow look.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can fucking nail in the condition. Like he's very precise in everything he does. Obviously, he's a great coach and one of the best minds in the industry, so he knows how to peak his physique like to perfection. But when you look at him, he is just a shorter stature. He's not got the most perfect waist compared to like Jordan or Quinton.
Yeah, I mean, when you stand next to Quinton, like, you're pretty much exposed, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean,
unfortunate
shit next to Quinton basically, but the fact that obviously Jordan managed to nail that, beat like someone like Quinton, who actually was his all-time best by a fucking mile. It's fucking impressive. It shows you the level of the physique he brought.
Yeah, and arguably like Quinton's like got a much better structure.
Yeah,
taller.
Yeah, he's got the perfect
black.
he's just from the front, like he was actually quite dialed in and peeled. But I said this to you the other day, like his back was what I felt let him down when you compare it to Jordan with the condition that Jordan pops through and like with the glutes. And, like that mid back to lower lats is just not as dialed in as Jordan, but Jordan is completely different.
Yeah, it just repeats. Yeah, it's pretty cool showing. It's just like I know I say this all the time, but it's just mad how like different cameras
I
just
know.
show different things. You know what I mean? So they need to bring back the filters they had from the 90s.
Yeah.
Everyone just looked grainy as fuck. Even guys that weren't in shape looked grainy.
I'll tell you
No,
what.
it looked like a really good one.
I actually watch all Jordan stuff. Like I love watching him and Justin train. They're like the new Branch and Johnny. But
Mm.
if you actually watch like Justin and Jordan's YouTube and just how well he poses, like his check-ins literally take him about 30 seconds to hit all his poses, and they're absolutely
Yeah.
perfect.
Mm.
He'll go from pose to pose, and it's just bang, 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 bang. There's like no problem.
And is that kind of posing fitness?
Oh
We
yeah.
talk about like having that posing fitness, which a lot of people don't have.
Pose
No.
for 1 hour after they've trained, and if you ever see their sessions, to pose for 1 hour after that in the Texas heat, like there's puddles on the floor of them posing. Like that's
Yeah. Aye, so that when you stand on stage, like, it's just a piece of piss.
Oh my god.
That's what we were doing. That's what we were doing last year. We were doing like an hour and a bit in the posing studio in Future,
Yeah.
and like putting the heater on,
Yeah.
and just kind of sweating. That was disgusting. That.
Crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that is like what if you need to work on your posing, like to do that round after round, that's what you need.
Yeah.
Do you know what shocked me though? Did you watch the podcast with Nick Walker on the Unchained?
Yeah.
The goes to him, goes, how often do you practice posing? He goes, never.
Never. Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, what do you mean never? And he goes, I never practice posing. They're like,
Mhm.
oh, you must practice. Like, I'll do my check-in shots, that's it.
Yeah.
Nick is one of the best posers. Like, if when he hits a shot, that's it. He could hold that pose for hours. That was
Yep.
baffling to me, like.
Yeah.
And considering he's got issues with like midsection, whatever, he fucking nailed that this year. And he says, "I never practiced my posing."
It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. That just shows you like he's just so in connect with his muscles and he can hold it so well.
Mhm.
Mm.
A very, very good standard show.
Aye.
I can't tell how big the crowd is. I can't tell.
It's hard to say, but it is a good wee stage setup, eh?
Like Texas was big.
Is it?
Yeah,
The big expo part of it as well, isn't there?
yeah. Because
Aye.
Gatsby like event there every year, but apparently it was like big. That's a big show. It was decent prize money, I think.
15 grand.
Aye.
That's a good shot of Quentin there.
Yeah, it was good. He was obviously self coached this show.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the way to go. You
Yeah.
just know your body best, and just. I think when it comes to like self coaching, it's like it's the stuff that you deem risky, like essentially feeding yourself. Like that's the problem with self coaching is knowing when to feed, because I'm sure I can speak for all three of us, is that you just want to suffer because you just think, right, condition, but it takes a few years to be able to say, right, okay, today I need to have a high day because XYZ reason or whatever it may be. And
I watched like all their videos as well leading up, and it's like we see these guys that you honestly think they'd have to eat, and they don't. They don't carb up much compared to like what we would class we need to carb up on.
do you think that's down to the training? Like if you're just training like say the way you train, and then your body's like pretty hammered, so it needs all that food in order to fill.
Look at Jordan. Jordan's the same. Jordan and
I suppose, yeah.
doing like fucking animals, and they're doing volume with weight, like, and it's. He said that I was actually speaking to him. I think it was last week, maybe the week before, and he was on about his carb of how much food he has in his high days. And he said his high days are like maybe 700 grams of carbs. That's a lot. And I was like, mate, I was almost having 800 grams of carbs like for a few days.
Meal one.
It was crazy, and he was just like, I could never fucking do that. I would spill like fuck, and I was just like, I don't know, it's just what I need. But like, I've also learned a lot this year. Like you see some of the top level coaches, whereas like they've said to their athletes, like just do this, and we'll do a direct there. Like they're using minimal food, but pushing a direct more often. So it's like they're bringing about like maybe a 70-80% fullness look, but they're looking full as fuck because they've just dried them out that much.
Yeah.
That's there is ways that maybe these guys are doing it different to us just pushing food.
And then on that note as well, like look at like even the guys who don't have the best shape, look at the waistlines.
Yeah.
They're all bang on.
Yeah.
And that'll be food. I've seen John's like carb ups and stuff like that, and he's just is the start of the week he's like 270,
Yeah.
and then the day later 350. I'm like, and you'll hold 350. I'm like, that's wild.
Yeah.
When Fu had spoken about when he was with John Meadows,
Water. There must be
he
different with water, surely.
was when Fuad was with John Meadows. He was like, John had him like just put an extra 50 grams in like the Saturday, an extra 50 grams in the Sunday, and he's like, "You sure this is going to work?" And John was like, "Just trust me." And then he was bursting full by the end. So yeah.
But then even like when we spoke to Joe, like Joe was not actually having that much food. Joe's a big eater. So it's like, it must be just doing something different with like how they're getting that food transport in the system. It's sticking and whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's a weird one.
Do you say Joe was on less food? On lower food?
I think his carb up was not high food. Like I watched his carb up, it wasn't big food.
No, it only lasted like a day as well.
3.5.
Yeah.
Whereas like me and Andy would be like 3-4 days minimum.
Yeah.
Did you find Andy, with your last prep, what you had to do with food was slightly different with different drug selection? Did you not do a train-free prep?
I done a trend-free prep. I didn't really notice. Well, I definitely didn't do anything too wide. I don't think my carbs went over. I want to say like 800 in the last week. I'm certain they didn't go over 800. I did do a Five Guys the night before the show, but I'm sure I kind of kept it around 800. But I was getting fuller, I was getting heavier, so I was like, nah, I'd rather, like Greg said, I'd rather not be bursting, and try and just kind of hold that, because I knew I wasn't going to be the biggest guy on the day, and I wasn't. So I think that kind of played into my favor, just trying to stay that a little bit dry. And as you know, I don't do much with water on the day of the show, because even 500 ml less and I'll flatten. So I try not to do anything else. One thing like I'm not going to do next time, and it was something. So see, when I done the 2019 PCA British, I didn't run any clen for the 3-4 days before, because I just kept saying to myself, look, when I take clen, I'm sweating out my bin. Like obviously it was the Mali Tiger stuff at the time. And I was like, I'm not taking this stuff on the day of the show, because I'll just, whatever. And I remember thinking at the PCA British and seeing photos and that, I was like, I didn't sweat an ounce on stage. And then in Spain, so obviously what I'd done was, because I was away for 5 days, I put all my stuff into separate bags per day, and without thinking, I just kept cleaning like the days going up. Because I remember, you saw what I was like in the overall, like my tan was coming off from that, because basically the clean had caused more in the way of sweating, and then obviously when that happens, your blood pressure drops and the vascular pressure drops as well, so you sweat even more. And I was like, that's definitely because I kept the clen in. So that's something I'll definitely will not do going forward. I'd like take clen out way before I'm anywhere the show, because I was just thinking, I remember when I was sweating on stage, I was like, I've never sweated like this ever on stage, even though I was practicing heat.
I just scale it back. I was just scale it. I would never remove it. If you've taken a decent amount of clen, I think removing it when you've done a carb, you've done it, or you said that you've done it throughout the whole week, but sometimes I feel what I've seen before, like a look will change quite dramatically the next day, because sometimes their body will process clen way better than others or whatever.
Yeah.
You just start to see like a detriment to look like fuck, they're getting full very quickly and we're still far out.
But my clen never went above 40 in that prep.
Yeah, well, that's different then.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to do. Like next time round, no clen, and then I think I had one meal the day of the show. It's like if you start forcing food in, you just start sweating. So all these wee kind of things. But hey, you live, man.
People like thinking they need to keep loading food on the day to keep a fullness look. If that look's there, that's not going fucking anywhere.
No.
You're very struggling. If you're doing nothing and you've nailed a look, as long as like the way I look at it is like if you're putting in what you're losing. So say when you pee, roughly putting a little bit of same water, tiny little bit of salt again, whatever, tiny little bit of carbs here and there just to keep that look. It's not going to change. You need to hold that look. If you don't do anything stupid, that look's staying. People say, I need if the show's in like 4 hours, I'm going to have fucking two meals to keep this look. You don't.
Yeah. Have you had clients where like they're backstage and they're just going, I'm going flat, mate. I'm going flat.
All the time.
It's like, mate, you're sitting down. How?
You're not going anywhere.
Aye. So it's like you said, just minor manipulations just to hold the look. And if you're bursting full or decent full the Thursday, Friday, if you're not going to do an intense session or whatever it is, it's not moving.
You can also say the same thing again. There's like people backstage like pounding muffins and pounding donuts or pounding like loads of rice cakes and jams. Like, mate, you're going on stage an hour, it's doing fuck all. That muffin's doing nothing.
Aye, I know. Other than just like celebrating the end of the pit, basically, that's all it is.
I did one of my first shows and I met a boy backstage and he was just speaking away to me and he goes to me, I'm fucking starving. I've not ate since like yesterday afternoon. I was like, all right. I was like, so you're not going to fucking load? He's like, I've got a McDonald's to eat an hour before stage. He had a McDonald's in his bag for like, he bought it at like 6 in the morning and it was now fucking 3 in the afternoon. And he's had it in his bag with chips and everything. He's like, I'm having this an hour before stage, what the coach told me to do. I remember he took it, and honestly, about 20 minutes, I said, I feel so full. I'm like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
It's probably just a little bit. Yeah, that's about it.
The UKVF British in 2015, like I was just backstage and just obviously just pumping up in that, and this guy comes in like a wee bit late and has a roller case, like a 15-kilo roller case, just unzips it and it's just full of shite, just to the brim. And he just starts chomping on it. And I remember just looking like, mate, what the fuck are you doing? And then all the boys who knew like they'd fucked their prep or they weren't in shape, they all just swarmed towards this bag. I was like, oh, fucking hell, can you not wait like 10 minutes until you get off stage? But I've done it. Like I said before, I've done everything you can think of. I've done, like shitloads, and I've done tons of sugar pre-stage just for this and that. I've done it all. At the end of the day, and like 1, maybe 2 clean meals in the first thing in the morning, you're probably good to go. So
there was a year, it must have been a couple of years ago at Granite. I thought it was funny as fuck. It was backstage. They had all the cakes out from Fat Batch like on the table, and you could see everyone was like fucking just like sharks eyeballing this, and everyone's like
taking it and stuffing it in their bag for later.
Aye, the coaches are like, right, sit down, put your coaches were like, because I had Jason that year, and it was like, right, mate, sit down, feet up, just chill. And I came back up, and he was like circling this desk, like looking for a bit. I'm like, fucking sit the fuck down. But it was like everyone was like freaking out over it. So I don't know if they still put it out like halfway through or at the beginning. Maybe they put it at the end now. But
I reckon you can see like who the weak fuckers are at Buckle.
I know. It was just so funny. Yeah, it was so funny.
I'm just gonna leave this here. No one touches it.
It's like a room full of Labradors.
Aye. Yeah.
Anyway,
leave a little bit of cake lying about. Like, I'm just gonna leave that there for you. Don't.
No, I remember watching. I'll try to wrap it up because that's an hour. But I remember watching when Frank McGrath came back in like 2011 after his car crash, and I remember watching his vlog on YouTube. And like he's 2 days out, and like the samples they leave about supermarkets and that, he's just scanning them, going to eat them. I'm like, what are you? I never competed by this point. Like, what are you doing, mate? But he just didn't care. You know what I mean? So I was just like, that would mess with my mind. See, if I picked up a brownie that was even like a couple atoms of brownie, and I ate it, that would ruin me. That would destroy me. I don't know how he was able to do that. He just obviously didn't care. So
there's things like if you think about like sugar. Or I've seen people taking actual pre-workout for stage, not a pump product, but pre-workout. That is two of the most worst things you can do for stage. You're going to sweat your cunt off.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, just think about what a pre-workout actually does. It's not a pump product. It's like pumping caffeine, all this kind of stuff in your system. You're going to sweat like a dick.
Yeah. Anyway, it was good to get that done, guys. I know it's been a wee while. So if you made it this far, and you can still see my face, I'm going to turn the light on. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to subscribe to the channel, comment, ask questions, do all that kind of stuff, and we'll be back. We'll be back soon. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.